Hey guys!
Welcome back to our channel, Gabes and Anna.
Gabes and Anna.
Yes, we're starting to get a bit more frequent, aren't we, with this whole thing?
We're trying.
Today, it's our 3-month anniversary. Hey, 3 months, we made it. No, how do we miss? Twice. Did you do it on purpose?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, 3 months, let's go. Yeah, so we thought we'd share. We thought we'd share three things that we've learned after 3 months of marriage. See what we did there?
Ooh,
good.
that was her idea. The smarty pants.
And the creative one in the relationship. But anyway, yeah. So 3 things we've learned in 3 months of marriage. Just want to share some learns. Just thought we'd
share.
Yeah, why not? Number one.
The first thing is, Gabes is not Anna, and Anna is not Gabes.
I like that.
So what that basically means is that I have spent, before I got married to Annabella, or before I even met Annabella, I spent 22 years or so, 21 years, doing things my own way, living with mommy, really being accustomed to the way mom does things. And obviously Annabella spent 20 years or so doing things with herself and her sister and her moms, and then we come in and now we're living in the same household, and we may think our way is the best way.
Yeah. So
for example, Anna's already been putting me on Snapchat and what the new, what's it called? Instagram stories about how I'm always cleaning. And yes, I'm very thorough in my cleaning. And that's because my mother made me get up before school and clean. And you know, cleaning our household was not optional. Our household was always clean. So it's just something I've grown up doing. So I've got a very good attention to detail. If there's any dust that is in our household, it needs to be removed. So
I'm blessed with a man that can clean, like, wow. And before we got married, I didn't realize how much he cleaned because we didn't live together before marriage. So when we got married, it was a bit of a, oh wow, okay,
yeah,
this guy can clean.
But then in my head I was thinking, Jesus, why is the scale so messy? But so that's where this whole Gabes not Anna thing comes in, because instead of encouraging or forcing Annabella to pick up her act and start cleaning, I had to almost overcompensate and clean a bit more. There was it, but then again, I had to make sure I wasn't cleaning too much, because there was a point when I was chasing Anna with a towel, just everything she touched, I would just wipe after her. So you know, we're getting better. And
it's a bit intimidating. I don't know why. I guess insecurity for a woman when your man cleans more than you do. I felt a bit inadequate. I was like, oh, am I not being a great wife? Why am I not cleaning as much, even though I thought I was cleaning, but it's just his cleaning was to another level. And it's only now, after 3 months, that I've realized that, okay, I can't be him. That's just not my nature. I don't even see the littlest bits of dirt. It has to be a big cluster for me to see it. And Gabriel has calmed down and realized that, okay, Anna is not a dirty person. She's just not raised in the same way that I was. So it's just realizing that I'm not him and he's not me. And because we fell in love with each other as the people that we are now, we can't get caught up in marriage and think that we need to make the other person like ourselves. So yeah, that's been a big learn. And I don't know if there was a moment where we had a realization, but it was just after getting on each other's nerves that we realized, actually, this is the reason we came together. We're completely opposite. It's about remembering that you both have your strengths, and yeah, don't get intimidated when the other person's better at something, because that's the way it will be.
Yeah.
We like the fact that we're well-rounded together.
Yeah. So as two become one, then you're able to just kind of have that kind of, what they call it, synergies, and be able to move forward, and you're better as together than you were apart, which is the whole point of marriage. Yeah. Not just to watch Suits. And,
yeah. We got Suits.
Yeah.
Our first ever series. Anyway, that was number one.
Okay.
Number 2, marriage is a blessing, but can also be a distraction.
Oh.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah.
Well, what have you realised?
Okay, well, Annabella is my best friend. She's someone I always want to talk to. She's like, the house is so warm, like anyone could just buy a house, but it takes someone to really make it home. So Annabella, like with the joy that she brings, I feel like this place is so homely and I want to run home. But I've got to remember that I've got my career to focus on. I've got friends who I need to be meeting. I've got my family who I'm there for. So it's trying to get the balance with always wanting to be with your spouse, someone that you love so dearly, but then also remembering everyone else, friends and family, and making sure that you're still on purpose of work and you're still kind of striving. So I'm a strong believer in marriage shouldn't slow you down, but only kind of push you forward. But you just got to be mindful and not just, because for me, I could easily stay home every day with Annabella and just chill, watch Netflix. It won't be a problem. We're having a good time because we actually enjoy each other's company. But I think we have to be mindful of everything else.
It's so true actually. Marriage can really be a distraction, because I remember before marriage, do you remember me? I'll be talking to him on the phone. Wow. Walking to go somewhere and do this and do that and meet people all the time and serving all the time and just doing a lot. And now I just want to come home and spend time with you and talk to you about my day, serve you, and yeah, a lot happens. So I can really understand that marriage can be a distraction, but it won't be.
It won't be.
It's going to propel us forward. And yeah.
But even with this whole enjoying each other's company, what we're actually trying to do is be a bit more intentional with, I guess, the way how driven we are and just trying to strive. So we do, although we do like to spend time together, when we are together, we'll do things like read books. We'll sit in our separate corners, be reading books. So we're still in each other's presence, but we're still actually becoming a better person by doing all the self-development things that you need to do in order to kind of progress in your career and your mindset and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
and you just realize that everything that you do in marriage needs to be intentional. So we have to intentionally make sure that we don't become lazy and just sit in front of the TV and not do anything. You have to be intentional about the time that we spend together communicating and the time that we spend apart doing productive things also. So yeah, it's just about intentionality all the way through.
100%.
Number 3.
The big 3. Alright, so the third one is that the process is very important. Because...
What process?
The process of dating to get to marriage. Because I probably could have proposed to Annabella on the day I asked her out, because I just had a strong conviction and I was certain that she was the one for me. But throughout the dating phase, I was able to learn a lot about Annabella. And yeah, and we did things like go on marriage prep. We spoke to people who were already married just to kind of gauge how they live their life in marriage, how they prepare for marriage, and all that kind of stuff. And the process was very important.
Yeah, we wrote so much down as well, like a vision for our marriage. You know, we dreamt about things that we wanted to achieve together. We did quite a bit, especially the communication to begin with. So a lot of stuff from our past came up. We got to know who the person really is. A lot of emotion, a lot of dealing with problems head on. It was really good, and I feel like that really helped us for our first few months of marriage. That nothing new. There's been, you know, apart from the usual habits and things like that that you noticed before, but there's not been anything that's been groundbreaking.
Like just come up with that. And I think that's because I guess a key word is being vulnerable with each other. So I think from an early stage in our relationship, we actually made a choice to actually want to like be vulnerable, wear our heart on our sleeve, really being intentional in our conversations, trying to bring healing from our past, and just to make sure that when we do enter the next season, we're well equipped in every way, blah blah blah.
So true. And one thing I'd say is the person that they are before marriage nothing actually changes after marriage. They don't change. So I know a lot of people who say, oh, he'll change in marriage, she'll change when we get married, and marriage is just this idea of something that will all of a sudden, with a ring on their finger, their characteristics will change, their habits will change, the things that they do that you may not like will change, but nothing actually changes. You may try to, if anything, they're inflated, aren't they?
Yeah.
So the person's character, you see more of it, you see more of their flaws and things like that, which is really important, which is why it's important to get vulnerable at an early stage.
Yeah, and really get to know the person.
Yeah, you get to know the person, you get to know their heart. So even when Gabriel makes wrong decisions, or I don't like things he's done, because I know his heart, that really keeps